Oh, sorry.
It's okay. I'm just gonna turn on the defroster because I think
Okay.
people will think we're doing something here because it gets super foggy.
Telling you car talk, it's the thing.
We don't have a name or an introduction. We don't have a name or an introduction. We don't have a name or an introduction. But should we say our names or it doesn't matter?
I don't think it matters. I think the anonymous thing is really awesome. So like a blackface for now.
So nobody, just like blurred.
Blurred
Nobody
vision.
knows who we are. I was also thinking maybe we could be like North York. I thought maybe Bathurst Steels, but then I was like, but it's a Jewish area. None of us are Jewish.
I'm still up with talk nerdy to me.
Talk nerdy to me.
Yeah.
Okay, but we have to. We're gonna be so stupid.
Everything's nerdy if I could make anything nerdy.
I can make anything nerdy.
I can make anything boring actually.
Okay.
Special talent.
Well, okay. So how about we just like tell stories about things that happen to us and see what happens.
Sure.
Tell you about the credit card fraud.
Oh yeah. You gotta tell me about that one.
I don't know who did it.
Who did it? But they stole my credit card.
I have these clues, and Twitch has these clues about the person creating the profile. When I call the police to come over,
To take the report.
all day I've been waiting for them, and they never came over.
Oh my god.
Instead, they left messages saying nobody's coming. Try again tomorrow.
I didn't know that was a thing. Oh my god.
There were multiple cars stolen in Toronto, and people use GPS because they're like smart cars or something, and they were able to locate
Their cars.
to try and get vehicle in their possession,
Get their vehicles back.
but their fobs no longer worked.
Oh, that's crazy.
They were reprogrammed. So after waiting a while, the police never showed up. So then they went home. Now here's the problem. If it was my car, I would stay with my car and I would like film people showed up to continue stealing my car.
Exactly. But
Why
you're,
would
you're,
these-
you're ballsy though.
Why would these? Or Mike's friend said you could also call a tow truck
Yeah.
and have it towed.
Oh, that's a good idea. Steal the car right back from them.
Like why? Why would you just leave?
Yeah, that's true. Just steal
Insurance
it right back.
money? Because I guess.
Honestly, I don't know how insurance works because like you literally just keep on paying them, and then when something goes wrong, they're like, no,
Not
we
this
don't
time.
cover this. Sorry, it's not in our like 1,000-page policy. No.
Well, it's
no.
theft.
Now what? The cops aren't doing anything.
They're not.
So-
They don't have time for petty crimes anymore.
Petty crimes. Oh my god. It's like, I guess we do need a vigilante, eh? We do need like
Either vigilante or we ourselves arm ourselves.
What is it,
what else?
kick ass?
What else are we? I mean, my dad told me this.
Police in Russia.
In Russia, there's a saying: if there's no body, don't bother calling us.
Don't bother us.
Long time ago,
Long time ago.
my friend and I went downtown. He drove his dad's Mercedes. He had his father's
Oh.
car.
What kind of friends do you have? They have a Mercedes Benz. Jeez.
So he parked it downtown and went to the club. And then we came out, we met up with his ex, and his ex got, I don't know, so angry. Like he and my friend had some kind of problem. And he found like a chair. There was a chair in the street. I don't know why. He grabbed the chair and started running after us. We ran towards the car, stupid us, because then he threw the chair and hit the windshield and cracked the whole thing.
Holy crap.
And we were scared because we didn't know what the hell this guy was doing. So we jumped in the car and we were driving. We were like, holy shit, what are we going to do? We decided to drive to the police station and tell them what had happened. And so when we got there and we were going to file this report, they were like, guys, this is Saturday. We're busy.
What?
Yeah, they're like, somebody reported a gun at a place and we have to go.
Oh my god.
They didn't-
So apparently the whole like civil service thing, like public service, just doesn't really matter unless somebody has a gun.
Yeah.
Or something like. What?
I was watching a horror movie and I'm like, it's coming to a point. And you read like in a newspaper article how hospitals can't hire more people. They don't have enough. They're understaffed
Yeah.
all the time. So I'm like, it's coming to a point where we live in like that horror town where there's only like one police car and like 2 nurses. And if they get murdered, there's nobody around.
Oh my god. Oh yeah. the corrupt cop does nothing about it. It's just like a, yes, we have the law of that one chick getting chased down the road by a guy with a chair. And then it continues on, and he's like, "Yep, but the police, yeah, no, we were busy eating our
We'll
donuts.
get to it when we have time. Now get out of here.
We'll get to it." Oh man, it's ridiculous. I swear, like
Perform
we do.
your own surgery.
It's like, yes, here you go.
Band-aids for your
Band-Aid
bullet
solution.
wounds.
Band-aids for your bullet holes.
Somebody's been listening to Taylor Swift. Band-aids don't fix bullet holes or bullet wounds or something along that line.
Wow.
Clearly, I'm a Taylor Swift
We're
fan.
fans.
And the police need to listen.
I mean, I know.
We need to send
Oh my
them
God.
albums.
Jesus, it is crazy. I swear, like, we do live in a dystopian society right now. Like, it is.
I
Oh
sleep
my
with
God.
my eyes open. God, I'm so tired.
I still think that I'm very, very lucky.
So lucky.
Just being, like, alive and being able to do, like, stupid things. But, like, life is
It's
Life
hard.
is really hard.
I see it as a challenge.
Oh, look at you, Miss Positivity. Like, yes, life is a challenge.
Like, okay, I
Could we put it on easy mode? Like, I would like to go to run through life just for the next like
Easy
3-4
mode.
years on like maybe easy mode or hell even medium mode would be nice.
I know, right? Who set mine to strong, like, hard, advanced? Who did this?
I know, like in video games, you have like the cheat codes. Where's my cheat code in life?
I know. How did all these people? Oh yeah, privilege.
That, like, I kid you not. Like there are people that actually know how to sleep their way to the top. Like why couldn't I be able to sleep my way to the top? Me and my damn morals. It's so hard to accept things, but then I realize that if you keep like giving, people end up taking advantage of you, and that's happened in like literally every single workplace that I've been at. Right? I keep giving and giving and giving, and they keep taking and expecting more. And so I end up like killing myself.
I know. Like
And-
you expect a reward. You
I know.
expect like a pat on the head and like some gift certificate or something for a
expect
good
no
job.
sexual harassment. That's my standard. I'm like no sexual harassment, and like when I ask for time off, I get it. That's all.
All I ask, please.
That is it.
We can do one of those things.
We can do one.
We can't promise you both.
If you have like a little bit of power, a guy just thinks that they could do whatever. Hell, even like some women, you know, some of the comments that some people say, I'm like, how is this even normal? Because like I overheard one lady tell one of the workers, yeah, you're my favorite because you're like the best looking. And I'm like, how should this be allowed? I don't care how hot or good looking you are. Are you able to do the job? Yes
Yeah.
or no? Like you could be so good looking, but you cannot drive a driverless car. Like I don't care. Then you cannot do the job. Period. Right? Oh my god. So that's like one of my pet peeves: people getting jobs because they're hot. The hot people are getting all the promotions while I'm here doing all the grunt work. I'm like,
I know.
this is what I'm aware of, and I'm
know.
like, oh look. Pretty privilege. It's a thing. And I'm just gonna sit here in like my ugly hole and just be like, you know, doing all the work.
Yeah, beautiful people get a lot of passes. I'm not pretty enough to come.
Like,
Remember,
God damn it.
it's like, Mom, why are you putting so much makeup before work? I'm not pretty enough.
Oh my god. Jeez. And like, and that's a sad thing though. Like people value.
You know
people
what I
value
was-
beauty.
Thinking the other day, speaking of beauty,
Wait, you think? Okay.
sometimes it hits me like a bus. I was thinking about like, you know how there's YouTube tutorials
Yeah.
about girls like putting on makeup and stuff like that, and then doing like layers and layers, and it's like a whole hour or hour and a half that they're doing this, and they're young. And I'm just thinking, like, they can't be doing this for 10 years. At one point, they're just gonna be like, this is too much. I quit.
Who has an hour, 2 hours to put on makeup? Like I barely have. Like I am not waking up at like 4 o'clock in the
I know.
morning to put on like cake makeup. And the other thing too is like they look like a completely different
Different person.
You see these people in the before and after. It's like they look nothing alike. When people are like looking back, like your kids, for example, they're looking back at these pictures. They're like, "Who is that? Oh, that's me. What happened?"
What?
Oh my god! I think what it is, it's like a confidence booster. Like, look at me with my. Actually, what's the difference between putting on like a shit ton of makeup and just a mask on? Nobody's gonna know your identity. Nobody's gonna know who you are. So you can literally like take off the makeup and go somewhere. Nobody's gonna know it's you.
Well, isn't that the plot to American Psycho?
No, probably. I haven't seen American Psycho.
It's like about this businessman.
Uh-huh.
I think he works on Wall Street.
Okay.
And because they all dress the same, like they're all suits basically, walking suits. And they're all just a bunch of white guys who like are almost the same height. They all look almost the same.
Yeah.
And to the point where even though they trade business cards with each other, they still get their names confused. Like they just call each other
That's
like
funny.
Bill. And this guy's like John, and you know, like nobody
You're
knows.
either Bill or John.
So the movie's about this guy who's a serial killer. Nobody knows it's him because nobody can pinpoint the names and the identity, and because everybody looks the same. So that's why it gets kind of
That's smart.
fuckery going on. It's that movie.
American Psycho. That's
Yeah.
one way to describe it.
All these women.
Sam. I think what they value is they value cheap labor.
Yeah.
Like, I will pay you next to nothing to get all this crap done.
Yeah.
And the funniest thing is, like, 90% of the jobs that I, like, the workplace that I go to, and the jobs that the people have to do, it's not brain surgery. Like, it's not hard at all. I'm like, anybody could do it. But yet, they find some miraculous way to mess it up. Dude, like, how could you mess up something so simple? Like,
I know.
like, it's so simple. But taking product A, putting it into product B, make sure that there's nothing bad, make sure it's good.
And you come
You come back and it's like a big, it's like all of
all
a
on
sudden
fire.
it's like all on fire.
like, why is it on fire? It's not even flammable.
That's exactly what it is.
Let's wrap up. This was fun.
This was fun, very therapeutic. You talk about the issues, and then you do absolutely nothing about it.
No, that's all it is. It's just talk, entertainment.
So yes, so we're wrapping it
Right,
up.
right. Let's wrap this up. So maybe we'll do this again. I'm gonna edit it, and we'll see what happens.
Yeah, this was the very first segment of Car Talk.
And if anyone gets a chance to hear it, let us know what you think.
That's a good closing.
Okay. All right. And see.
We don't have a name or an introduction. We don't have a name or an introduction. We don't have a name or an introduction.